Hi, I'm Brianna.
And I'm Akira.
And you're watching
Dontae's Boxing Nation.
Brothers and sisters, I don't know what this world is coming to.
Hey yo, check this out, this is Flavor Flav. And if you want the whole truth and nothing but the whole truth, so help the whole truth. Hey yo, you better listen to Dontae, baby. Dontae!
What's going on, guys, and welcome to another great edition of the Dontae's Boxing Nation show. I am your host, Dontae, and we have another great show for you guys as always. First things first, man, let me let you guys know that we will be out in Oakland, California this weekend for the Ward versus Barrera fight. That's Dontae's Boxing Nation and Boxing Ego. So come out and show us some love. Say what's up, man. I'm also going to have those shirts on deck. So if you want to go ahead and rock that Fresh Fly DBN shirt, go ahead and hit me up. All right, y'all. Also, man, as always, man, I want to thank you guys for supporting the channel. If you guys want to go ahead and donate to any of our channels, it's much appreciated, okay? Let's go ahead and introduce the panel as we always do. First in the studio with me, my man George. What's going on, man?
Just here boxing around for you.
All right, and let me go ahead and introduce the boxing panel. I got my man Boxing Ego. Check out his website, man. A really fast-growing channel, a fast-growing boxing website, I should say. It's one of the best boxing websites out right now. That's boxingego.com. I got my man Eric Morales. I got my man AK. He's back. Arab King, Miss Boxing Baby. And we also have a special guest on the panel, Cameron Dinson. We're going to explain, why he's on the panel later on down the road. And I got my very special guest, this man, he's going to be fighting against Lee Selby on April 9th on Showtime, my man Eric Hunter. Welcome to the show, Eric Hunter.
What's going on, man?
Let's start with you, man. Once again, let me let the fans know we're going to talk a lot exclusively about this big fight this weekend, Ward versus Barrera. This is for all the marbles. My man Andre Ward, he done moved up in weight. He's fighting out of his comfort zone against an undefeated Cuban sensation. So this is going to be a really, really big fight. But we're going to talk about that down the line. So let me start with you, Eric Hunter. Now, you're fighting against Lee Selby. He's somewhat of a star that they're promoting real big right now. He's obviously the favorite to win the fight. I mean, is that more motivation for you, the fact that they're putting you in here as the underdog?
No, I don't really pay attention to what they got to put out and all that. I don't really care about none of that. My job is to go in there and be me and be 100% and beat it.
Okay. Now, you have two disqualifications on your record. Those are like your last two defeats. What have you learned about those DQs, Eric?
I ain't learned nothing because at the end of the day, if you watch boxing, you don't understand why I got one of them, and only one is legit, and the other one is not legit. So I don't really pay attention to that either.
Okay, but
I just know I'm at my best right now, and if all y'all could just tune in April 9th and see what I do.
What are your keys to victory? Yeah. I mean, how would you describe Lee Selby's style?
I don't know nothing about him.
You don't know nothing about him. So you ain't studying them. You're not doing no type of homework or nothing on them, or what?
That ain't my job to study. That's my team's job to study. My job is to be me and train and be at my best.
Now I got a quick question. Was there any hesitation in taking the fight since he's a Welsh fighter? They're calling him the Welsh Mayweather. Was there any hesitation about taking? Because we know how boxing judges can be, taking the fight in the UK on his turf. Was there any hesitation, or was it just in the contract?
No, it was in the contract because at the end of the day, it wasn't. He didn't pick me. I was more mandatory. He had no choice but to fight me. He spoke on something that only way he thinks he can beat me is in the UK. He needs all the help that he can get. So if that's really comfortable at, then that's where he should do it. He's champion, so he got the right to have where he want to do it. My job is to go in there and just do it well.
Would you say this is the... Go ahead, E.
I was just wondering how he got the name Outlaw, the nickname.
Coming up, this thing, always a loner. just had my own mind frame. Just did whatever I wanted to do. Nobody couldn't stop me. And I had that since I was about 7, 8 years old.
Speaking of you being 8, 7, 8 years old, what kind of amateur pedigree did you have? Did you fight in a lot of national, international tournaments, anything, or what?
Yeah, I fought in a lot of them. I was an Olympic alternate in 2004. I really supposed to be there. I really was supposed to be an Olympian, but you know, politics played a part of that. And I lost in the alternate to go to the Olympic round.
Oh, okay. That's what.
I was 136 and 4.
Okay. You guys had any other questions?
Yeah, I do. Eric, you actually in quite a talented division. There's quite a few guys in quite a few name opponents besides Lee Selby in there. Is there any guys you would like to face once you get out of there? Let me see. You have Vasil Lomachenko, Nicholas Walters, Barry Russell Jr. Any of those guys come to mind on your next fight if you come out victorious on April 9th?
I can give you no questions. I give them answers after April 9th.
Yeah, so you.
Let me ask y'all. Y'all asking me all these questions. Did y'all even know Lee Selby before he graduated?
You said, I watched you a couple times.
No, I'm talking about before he fought graduated.
No, I think that was the first time I had seen him.
Yeah, I know.
Well, hey, this is your coming out party, right, Eric?
I think so.
It is.
I'm not tripping about it. I don't know how to get that Wells Mayweather. Where they get that Wells Mayweather shit from?
What have I been saying about Outlaw for the longest? What did I say on the show after Gary Russell beat what's his name, Gonzalez? What did I say about him?
You said that Eric Hunter was going to beat Gary Russell. That's what you said.
Yeah, I said he can fight, but this is the fight here everybody's going to see.
Yeah, of course.
And I agree with him that Lee Selby is not the Wells Mayweather. I don't know.
I don't even know where they got that from, but
yeah, I didn't say that. I didn't know.
It's not that catchy. It doesn't roll off the tongue.
I didn't know a whole lot about Lee Selby. Honestly, I mean, I just started hearing about him, a while ago, not too long ago.
And when he fought Gradovic, they gave him a hometown decision. Y'all want to be technical. Y'all want to watch the fight. Like, that wasn't no fight that he just dominated Gradovic and oh man, this kid is a star. Where is he started? He fought Fernando Martial. He come to the States and fight Fernando Martial, and everybody said, oh man, he's trash. But now, look at me, underdog against him. It's kind of retarded because if you look at my record and my resume speaks for itself. I don't fight nobody that's a bum.
Mm-hmm.
I think in my last 5-6 fights, you can see who the guys out of sport.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So you taking this personal that they calling you an underdog?
Well, you got to take it personal when you got a guy like Lee Selby. You talking about Lee Selby? Only thing he got in the state right now, only fight, he got it in his hometown, and that's it. It's not about no judges. It's not about none of that, because when you're beating somebody's ass, I don't give a damn if they cheat me. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't care if they cheat me. If I go there and beat his ass, and he might, from the ass when I'm going to get him, he ain't going to be the same anyway.
Well, hey, that's what it is.
I don't like the fact that he's saying the Welsh Mayweather and he this and he that. Who the hell did he fight? Who did he fight? So if he the Welsh Mayweather, who the hell is not?
Now, Dontae and myself will be covering.
Who am I, though? What do y'all think about it? In your honest opinion, what do y'all honest in your heart? What do y'all think about it?
Well, you done told us what you think about him, Eric. You don't think too much.
No. Actually, no. What I was saying is the first time I saw him.
Hunter.
I apologize.
Not you.
Yeah,
I got confused.
Yeah. We know what you think about him. You don't think too highly of him, right? You just think he barely got past.
No. At the end of the day, I'm a fighter. I can't give a guy that much credit. I'm fighting him.
Yeah.
But I'm asking y'all, what do y'all think about him? What do y'all think about him, honestly?
I mean, I think he's a decent
fighter. Lee Selby?
Yeah.
I think Lee Selby is a main fighter. Do I think he's the Welsh Mayweather? That just sounds ridiculous. I don't like saying that.
Yeah.
So do I think he's like something special? Not really. He does have, now when I was just glancing over the records, I'm noticing he has a 2-inch height advantage and he's definitely the bigger guy. But Eric Hunter actually has a higher knockout ratio, so Eric Hunter is definitely going in as a stronger man in this fight. So will Lee Selby be able to stand up to the power? I guess is what we got to ask.
And Lee Selby has no inside game. He fights like all the rest of the European fighters that pretty style boxing.
All I'm gonna say is this. If he's a bigger guy, right? If he's the bigger guy, why the hell he was running from Fernando Martial to 115 pounder? If he's the bigger guy.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah, I mean, good choice.
You can't be the Welsh Mayweather if you have no inside game.
No doubt about it.
Hold on, I ain't finished. But I ain't finished though. We talking about a washed up ass Fernando Martial.
Not a young and prime one. Yeah,
Now, Eric Hunter, I was gonna say we're covering the fight, the Ward Barrera fight. You also have some people in your division, Jojo Diaz versus Jason Velez. Are you gonna check that fight out? And do you have a winner?
Yeah.
So when you're
Hey, I'm a boxing fan. I'm a boxing fan, and be honest with you, the game. You know how the game is now. You already know who's going. You already know who they want to win. They want Jojo Diaz to win. But on paper, I think Velez might beat him. But they're gonna give it to what's the name?
So you think they want to keep Jojo winning?
Come on now. Why do you think I left Golden Boy? At the end of the day, when I was with Golden Boy, everybody fought. Everybody had me in the face. They said they was going to beat me. Everybody.
So you believe that Golden Boy they don't always have their fighters' best interests when it comes to certain fighters? Is that what you're saying?
If you're not an amigo, you ain't the best. You know what I'm saying?
Did you say if you ain't an amigo? Is that what you just said? Oh man, and you ain't talking about Migos, the rap group. I bet. So okay, all right, yeah, man.
All I'm saying is that they're not a bad promotion, but they obvious. They obvious of what they're doing. Something like that. They're obvious.
Okay.
And I think they need to stop being so obvious.
They need to stop. Yeah.
Hey, now do you think Canelo Khan is good for boxing?
Yes, I think I'm giving Khan a chance.
Okay.
You picking Khan? You said, Eric?
I ain't saying I'm picking Khan. I said I'm giving him a chance.
Giving him a chance.
We forgetting that the boys do got a little hell of an offense.
What about the
I'm not saying. Huh?
Eric, what about the main event this weekend, man? Ward versus Barrera, man. He moved up in weight. He fighting out of his comfort zone against a bigger, undefeated fighter. What you think about that fight?
He's gonna beat his ass. He's gonna beat his ass.
He gonna beat his ass? What about Kovalev?
He's gonna beat his ass.
I don't see that happening.
Who said they don't see that happening?
That's me, Cameron.
Cameron. Okay. Okay.
Personally, but to be honest with you, I don't think they're gonna fight.
You don't think why? Because they basically agreed to fight each other as long as assuming Andre Ward beats Barrera by the end of this year. That's the agreement they have with HBO.
It ain't gonna happen, man. That's blowing smoke. So the only way Andre Ward gonna fight that horse eating motherfucker if that motherfucker give him 30 days.
Wait. So you saying you don't think Ward will take the fight?
Man, I wouldn't fight him.
You wouldn't fight who? Kovalev, or you saying you wouldn't fight Ward?
I wouldn't. They gotta give me some money.
To fight who? Kovalev or Ward?
Kovalev.
Oh, so you saying Kovalev is that kind of monster then?
Man, listen, man. Somebody doing some crazy shit. All of a sudden, if you punch a man, everybody go out the same way. I told you about that. What are they doing over there? I'm just saying.
Oh man.
Everybody just going out the same way.
Following the same exact way. Come on.
Wow.
Hey, mind if I ask Eric Hunter, are you still on the phone? Do you mind if I ask you another question kind of off subject?
Shoot.
With the recent terrorist attacks in France, is there any worry about making this trip over there as well? I know it's all over the news right now, just taking a glance at it, go through over 3 pages. Is that at all on your mind at all?
I don't pay attention to that shit. I don't know something like that.
Just focus on the fight.
We definitely pray for
all
safety.
All I'm focused on is having everybody say, "Oh my God, who the hell picked Lee Selby to beat this kid?" That's all I'm looking at. I don't give a damn.
There you go.
Hey,
So you're focused.
that's what it is. Hey, knockout decision. What's gonna happen, man?
I ain't gonna say knockout, but I think I beat him. He run like a motherfucker.
Yeah. All right, man.
I might gotta bring my New Balances.
You knew what?
New Balance.
My New Balance.
Your New Balance.
He run like a motherfucker. Listen, once I seen him run from that little ass into Montreal, I know he's gonna run from me.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, you challenging him to stand in front of you now. So if he listening, he might try to stand in front of you to prove something now.
Man, I don't give a damn if he listens. I hope he listening because I know you don't want to fight.
He said he don't want to fight you.
Everybody talking about, man, yeah, come on, man. Just calling around asking people how you asking people that I used to beat. I beat my ass in England, right? They were asking my man, how fast is he strong? The guy from England said, man, that boy good as hell.
Yeah.
Somebody told him that.
Well, he got no choice. He got no choice but to see you on April 9th now, huh?
Yeah, but I'm saying though, y'all still ain't telling me how good he was.
Hey, we gonna find out how good he is and how good you are on April 9th.
And let's be clear. Why do you think they signed him? Why do you think Al signed? You think they signed him because he's good, or he's just a guy that got a belt from the UK?
Well, that's definitely.
Hey, you know what we do to them boys from the UK? We bring their ass over here to beat their ass, and that's it.
Well, that's definitely the guy that they trying to sell right now, Eric.
Hey, and I'm being honest. Only why I want to go over there because it's London and it's a great place to be, and it's gonna be in front of 20,000 fans.
Yeah, that's a good reason to be there. Hey, man. Well, I want to go ahead and say, man, thanks for giving me your thoughts on this fight. And I wish you luck April 9th. Anything else you want to say to the fans? Any other message you want to give to Lee Selby before we let you go, fam?
I don't got nothing to say. I'm just kind of mad that y'all can't say if he did or not.
Oh, man. Hey, Eric, we going to have you on the show after the fight, and we will definitely answer that question.
No, but that's bad, though. Y'all can't even say is that man good or not.
Hey.
But I'm asking y'all, do y'all have me as the underdog? I don't.
Listen, I don't have you as an underdog. I'm telling you what the perception is, what the fan perception is.
No. Vote for Dick say, man. They don't know nothing about no damn boxing. The only why they probably got me as the underdog is because it's overseas. But over here, I know a lot of people got me stopping his ass. But I'm asking y'all. I'm asking y'all. Do y'all got me as the underdog? Because y'all seen both of us fight.
Listen, man. I'm looking forward to seeing the fight, Eric. I'm looking forward to seeing the fight, man. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it at that, man. But like I said, man, anything else, man, you want to say to the fans, man?
Nope. All UK fans, just enjoy the fun. This is gonna be fun for me.
All right.
Eric Hunter's gonna be the hunter on fight night, April 9th. He's gonna
I don't know, but I'm not gonna say all that being a hunter. I'm just gonna have fun, and that's what I do. I have fun when I fight.
Yeah,
that's what I like to hear.
I just want to smile and beat his ass. That's all I want to do. I don't want to
smile and beat his ass. That's a hell of a combination.
I wanted to smile and beat his ass because he was talking a little funny, and I didn't like his confidence when he said that he need to fight me over the UK for him to beat me. So I don't like that part. I don't like him. I don't like his confidence. So for you to say that, that's kind of like a punk.
Oh man.
But they never gave me nothing easy though. They never gave me nothing easy my whole life. On the streets, nothing. On the streets, in the gym, in my career, I ain't doing no service school.
And once again, this fight right here is gonna catapult your career if you win this one.
Hey, I think so. And plus, you know what I mean? I'm just happy. I'm just happy that I'm the mandatory, because if I wasn't the mandatory, he would not be fighting me. Mm-hmm. And I think that he thought that Al Heyman was probably gonna get him out from getting his ass whipped from me, so he could make some money for Leo Santa Cruz.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's what it is.
Leo Santa Cruz. What's my man's name? Gary.
Champion.
Anthony Barrera. I mean, I don't think they wanted. I don't think they really wanted that. He was hoping like, man, please don't have me fight him. There's a chance that he's gonna lose this fight. I just hope that he's coming in. He said he's gonna beat me on the inside though. He's gonna punish me.
He don't have no inside game.
I don't know what he has, because I ain't watching his fight.
I'm telling you, he don't.
Hey, you sure it ain't gonna be like? You sure it ain't gonna be like the Incredible Hulk, where instead of turning into the Hulk, he gonna turn into Floyd Mayweather? He gonna turn into the Welsh Floyd Mayweather on you? You sure that ain't gonna happen?
No. Well, I think everybody know how my defense is. I'm gonna get cut.
You from Philly? What if you go into the Philly shell? You got an answer for that?
Oh well, they know I'm slippery as a motherfucker. I'm slippery as ice.
Yep, that's what it is, man. Hey, well, you done sold the fight, man, and like I said, I can't wait to watch it now.
I gotta set a fight because this scary ass was. When he fights somebody for real, he's quiet. Now he's so humble.
Mm-hmm. Well, like I said,
He's talking all that stuff. Now he's so humble. He's a good guy now.
Yeah. We gonna see what it is on April 9th, man. Well, champ, man, I'm gonna go ahead and let you go, man. And like I said, once again, we'll see you on April 9th on Showtime. Good luck, all right, man.
All right, thank you. I appreciate it.
No doubt, man. So give us a call after the fight, all right? We're gonna get you back on the show after the fight, man. All right. Take care, man. Take care. All right. So that was my man, Eric Hunter. You guys will see him on Showtime April 9th against the Welsh Mayweather.
Man.
I ain't say I know shit like that. Ain't no damn Welsh Mayweather.
Man, I used to live in the UK. I used to live in England, and they have the great fans, but he ain't no Welsh Mayweather. You ain't even fought a Gennaro Hernandez. You ain't fought no Welsh competition like Mayweather. Yeah,
no doubt about it. So that's what it is. Eric, is Eric still there? Okay.
Eric, which one?
Eric Hunter. Oh, that's right. We got three. Y'all don't even know Boxing Eagle name is Eric too. Yeah. So I always forget.
Don't be telling my government. No, I'm just fine.
He live in Texas, right next to the Walmart, y'all. No. But anyway, yeah. Anyway, yeah, man. Let's go ahead and get into some boxing talk. That was a mouthful. He done really sold the fight, Eric Hunter. So if y'all didn't know about that fight, you know about it now. So I'm looking forward to watching the fight now since he done sold it like that. But hey, I want to go ahead and shift gears and talk with my man Cameron Dinson. Now, Cameron Dinson, if you guys are wondering why he's on the panel right now, this man, he's a professor out in North Carolina, works at the college as a teacher. Matter of fact, Cameron, go ahead and tell him your story, man, how you basically end up talking to A.K. Arab King and end up getting on the show, man.
All right. It's a pleasure to be here. I've been following.
Welcome to the show, man. Yep.
Nation for a minute. Yeah, so as you talked about, I'm a assistant professor at NC State in the College of Education, and one of the courses that I teach is the graphics communication course that a lot of our majors take, technology, engineering, design, and also mostly all the engineering majors. And AK he's a student in my class actually, and we just struck up a conversation. We both, just had kind of similar interests. And I come from a boxing family. I'm a former boxer myself. My dad used to box, and my younger brother is currently a heavyweight here in North Carolina. And
Nice.
I think we were talking about the fight or kind of doing something, and we were actually reflecting on the Saddam Ali
Jesse Vargas fight. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was recently, and so he was kind of telling me about some of his videos, and he kind of like mentioned your name, and I was just like, "You talking about Dontae's boxing?" He was like, "Yeah, you know him." I was like, "Yeah," and in all honesty, like what I said next, I was like, Dontae got the lady. Which was kind of one of his, calling cards. But from there, we, after class sometime, we talk boxing and everything. I'm actually into it. I'm a corner man now. I stopped taking punches to the head a few years ago. But I still keep up with the sport, heavily involved with it. I mentor a couple of boxers out here, and really just to have an opportunity to come out here and meet with you, just really happy about that. And also, like I think they said that Eric Morales was on the line, and like the boxing legend. So I'm kind of not seen him, but I'm a little starstruck. And,
no.
I mean, that is.
No, not that Eric Morales. But he is a legend, though. He's a legend, though.
Definitely so.
He's a DBA legend, no doubt about it, though.
Absolutely.
Don't tell the real Eric Morales that he still has a restraining order. I had a weird situation, but that's another subject another day. We're glad to have you on the show.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hey, well, Cameron, once again, man, I thank you, man, for coming on the show and showing love and, repping and watching all the videos and whatnot, man. So I really appreciate that. And then, AK, he told me that you're knowledgeable. You sound like you're knowledgeable. You've been boxing and everything. So that's what it is, man. Now, let's go ahead and talk about this fight this weekend. This is a big fight. Now, my man, Boxing Ego, he covered the media workout today, and go ahead and break it down and tell everybody what Andre Ward was saying while he was hitting the bag, because he's taking this real personal from what you told me, Ego.
Yeah, man, the energy was good. We were at King's Gym. Shout out to Oakland, Bay Area. Come out and see us. Dontae will fly in. You flying in tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm flying in tomorrow. I'll be out there about 12 o'clock, man. Yep.
All right. Yeah, so Ward, he was doing some shadow boxing in the ring. The footage will be up on the channel. And I believe Dontae's going to insert some clips of it so you guys can see. And he's amped up. He feels like he's been overlooked, been badmouthed by the media, and there's a lot of criticism. He said you'll see it in the shadow boxing. He said there's some people that don't like me. They won't even publicize my fights. They won't mention my fights. Like basically not try to give him coverage.
Yeah.
Just because they have some kind of personal grudge against him. And he said it's okay because he's going to do what he's always done and have that championship mindset. He said it's all fuel and motivation to be better, to work harder, to just, I guess, ultimately shut him up and prove him wrong. Mm-hmm. Keep winning.
Yeah, and once again, there goes the coincidental list. Andre Ward, he didn't know he was on it probably till, he called out Gennady Golovkin. He knows now. Ever since he didn't call out.
See, this, I got a question for you, Dontae. My question is this. When you see certain fighters, like, let's say Deontay Wilder, he's fighting a mandatory in Russia as the champion. You see Andre Ward, who's moving up in weight. He said, hey, there's still people he could have fought at 68, like Badou Jack's the champion, James DeGale. But he's moving up to 75 to eventually fight Kovalev if all is well with Barrera and whoever else he fights. So why do you think there's criticism for someone who's moving up? Isn't that good? Like, hey, you cleaned out your division a while ago. It seems like fans would be praising this type of behavior. Meanwhile, you got other people in stagnant divisions, and they can't get the fights that they want, supposedly, and they stay put until, I guess, to get a fight. But you got someone else who's taking his destiny in his own hands and moving up. So why do you think there's that double standard?
And to answer your question, yeah, that's a good thing, but not when you on that damn coincidental list. It ain't no damn good thing. And that's more.
Oh, they don't got the hope insurance?
No, they ain't got that hope insurance. They've been waiting in line forever, and they keep getting denied every time they try to, get approved. But we already know what time it is. And the whole thing is Andre Ward is sad. And I just dropped a video talking about this. Once again, only in America do you see something like this. You have a gold medalist that represented his country, right? moving up in weight, doing something that no one else is willing to do, right? You have a lot of fighters that are not willing to move up in weight, give up their power advantage, their size advantage, and fight against one of the best fighters in that division. But you have Andre Ward who's doing it, and the more successful he is, the more criticized he's getting. For him to actually have to say to the media that y'all don't want to cover my fights, y'all not coming, showing up at my press conferences, that is just sad, man. That is really sad. But this is the reason why we expose it. This is the exact reason.
And we spoke of Lee Selby, who they're calling the Welsh Mayweather. I'm telling you out of my mouth, if he beats 2 undefeated fighters in a year span, like Sullivan, Barrera, and Kovalev in a brand new division, he inherits. He's the Mayweather because Mayweather's obviously retired.
Yeah.
So to me, he's pound for pound number one. If he can beat Kovalev and Sullivan, Barrera, 2 undefeated guys and punchers, then he's the number one pound for pound. So I don't know if anyone disagrees with that, but I think he definitely inherits that number one spot. And you can't say inactive Ward and all this if he's fighting.
Nobody. And I don't think anybody, the biggest decaf in the world, no one would dispute that Andre Ward is pound for pound the best fighter in the world if he were to beat, like you said, 2 undefeated fighters at a higher weight class, Barrera, and then turn around and beat Kovalev. That's not an easy fight. Neither one of those are easy fights. So I don't think anyone would dispute that right there. I mean, realistically.
Yeah, and I'm at the media day, Sullivan Barrera, he looked pretty big. He looked like he's in shape. He's ready to go, too. So, I mean, this could be a tough fight for him, too.
Yeah. So how did he look? How did Barrera look? Oh, we're going to play a clip.
He looks lean. He looks ready. He looks ready to go. He was doing his stretches. And, like, you could just see the Cuban screw is a problem. Like, I'm just looking at how calm and relaxed some of these guys look. Ward and Barrera both. They both look unnecessarily relaxed. It's almost frightening to see how relaxed they both look for a big fight like this on HBO. They both look calm.
Yeah, and I have to say, once again, I had the privilege of going out there to Golovkin and Barrera's training camp about a year ago, whenever it was, and I got to watch Barrera and Golovkin train, and I even got to watch them spar. And I'm going to tell you right now, and I seen Golovkin, I'm not going to mention any names, but, Golovkin, he was sparring this other cat, and he was just dropping him over and over and over again, just dropping him, right? And this dude was big, tough looking, he was a good fighter. You guys, probably know who he is, but I ain't going to mention his name, but he's a good fighter, very strong, aggressive fighter, and Golovkin was dropping this guy. And then Golovkin was about to get out of the ring, and Barrera was like, hey, Golovkin, can I get some work? And then he ended up working with Golovkin. Barrera did, and Barrera was in there doing very well. And I just put it at I'll leave it at that. He was doing very well. It was a complete different sparring session than the one previous with Golovkin and the other guy. So Barrera is a beast, man. Barrera is a beast, and the same thing applies for him as well. If Barrera were to pull off the upset and beat pound for pound the best fighter in the world this weekend, that would be hella impressive. And if he would, if he were to beat him, I would probably most likely favor him to beat Kovalev if he could beat Andre Ward. And the same thing applies for him. He would be pound for pound the best fighter in the world if he were to pull off that. So
yep.
Cameron, let me get you in the mix, man. What is your thoughts on this fight? I think you were the one that interjected when Eric Hunter was talking about this situation. What do you think about
Yeah.
Go ahead, man.
Yeah, I just it was kind of just a reaction because I guess he had made a mention about Kovalev, but we're not speaking about that fight. Well, I think a couple of things. I think with Ward. So, I hate to interject some MMA, but, if you think about somebody like a Conor McGregor, right? So he went and he moved on, he lost the last fight, but before that, he went up a division and, challenged the champion up there. He was 145, went to 155, and this was just, taking, oh, my God, this guy, he's just the greatest thing, he takes all these risks, and it's just, it was lauded. It was the biggest selling pay-per-view that was out there. They did all this push, and I wanted to kind of juxtapose that with the kind of coverage or non-coverage that Andre Ward is getting for his move. Because to be honest, I think Kovalev is a straight monster, is a straight killer in there, and it takes a lot of gumption to do this, and to me, it speaks to the need to be great. Like he's trying to be able to challenge himself because he doesn't necessarily have to do this. But I think that goes to somebody who always wants to challenge themselves, kind of push it to the limit and see how they can perform under those tests. With that said, I think he has a bit of a challenge in front of him, and it's not all in the fighter that he's facing. He's been pretty inactive for the last really 4 years. I think he's had 2 fights.
Yeah, he's had 3 fights in the last 2 years.
Like Paul Steele and then Edwin Rodriguez, and that's those are not really some kind of war beaters. And he's dealing with a naturally bigger person and somebody who's hungry. The guy, Barrera comes from the Cuban school. He's 34 years old, so he kind of knows, and he might even be older than that. You never know. You never know where he's bursting. So he sees this as a chance, and this is going to be the biggest name that he will probably face in there. So I think the challenge. I think it's a challenge that Ward will overcome. He's a master boxer. He's a technician. Awesome defense. He seems to be born to do it. He seems to be just kind of flowing like water. You know, so he can adjust with that. And I just like to end. I think a lot of what some of the media like malcontent that they might have at war is I don't know. So let's look at that. He's signed with Rock Nation and everything, which is like Jay-Z. Jay-Z, I don't want to start the things. He hasn't had the best relation with some people over there, like in PBS, that might have some influence and stuff. So, it might be some other things that might be coalescing to kind of, how that might result in how the media is treating Ward. That's just my humble opinion.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a pattern going on, no doubt about it. I mean, you got Andre Ward. You guys have to also remember that Andre Ward, he didn't start to receive this type of hate and disdain until he called out Gennady Golovkin. This is when it all took place. So I don't think that's a coincidence. Same thing with Guillermo Rigondeaux. Guillermo Rigondeaux, he didn't receive this type of hate until he beat Nonito Donaire. Demetrius Andrade, soon as Demetrius Andrade did a video calling out Canelo Alvarez, I'm reading comments like, fuck Demetrius Andrade, fuck this, this and that and all this kind of stuff like that. So, a lot of these fans are trying to protect their favorite fighters. And when you're on the coincidental list, they don't want you to be part of the party. That's what we're seeing right here. I mean, if you are looking at the pattern, and not only that, but I was going to go into, this brings me into what Tim Bradley just recently said. Tim Bradley, he just did a phone conference, and he said, it's funny he said this because we talked about this with Algieri last week, but he said, if I go in there and beat Manny Pacquiao, they will make excuses. They still won't give me the credit. They'll say that Manny Pacquiao's old, he's past his prime, et cetera, et cetera. But if he beats me, he's still great. He's still the best welterweight in the division, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So there's a pattern of fighters, unfortunately, on a coincidental list that, they don't get the credit when they do what they're supposed to do. And that's just what it is. And, this is why I keep exposing it, because when you shine a light on it, it makes these type of people who do this kind of stuff to these great fighters, it basically makes them uncomfortable with acting like this. And treating fighters like this. So, that's pretty much what that is. But, so you are picking Ward to actually beat Barrera then, right, Cameron?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's going to be a unanimous decision. I think the first few rounds, Ward, he should be cautious or whatnot, but he uses that to kind of analyze his opponent and get his distance and kind of pick up some just some little things that his opponent might do. But I think it's going to be very competitive. Barrera, unlike a lot of Cuban kind of trained fighters, seems to have a pretty good inside game, and seems to kind of work on that. And I think actually he was doing some of that work with Triple G, Dontae, when you were out there or whatnot. Because there's something on YouTube about showing them just kind of doing some inside work. Yeah. And that's, and for somebody who is, but to be an elite boxer overall, people don't understand you have to have an inside game. That was probably, one of Floyd's most underrated parts. But that's something that really shines with Andre Ward. Like, he is he's just a bulldog on the inside. But I think he's gonna experience a little more resistance.
And we're down to 3 minutes, guys. We're down to 3 minutes. Go ahead.
But with that said, I absolutely think that Ward is gonna be okay. He's gonna go through some troubling times, but he's gonna win a unanimous decision, in my opinion.
Unanimous decision. AK, man, we haven't heard from you in a while, man. How is this fight gonna play out, man?
Yeah, I think that Andre Ward is going to win this fight, but I think it's going to be a really tough fight, especially early on. But I think Andre Ward is going to make the right adjustments and win this fight. But you got to understand that Barrera is the bigger guy. He's not necessarily the stronger guy. We don't know who the stronger guy is, but he's definitely the bigger guy. It seems like he has longer reach and he can fight on the inside and the outside. So I see Andre Ward making the right adjustments after after a couple rounds, maybe after the fourth round. But it's going to be a tough fight overall, and Andre Ward, I think he's going to pull it off.
Okay, Eric Morales?
I pretty much agree with AK, pretty much in how he views the fight. Well, I would tell you what, though, Bernard Hopkins thinks it's going to end in a fifth-round knockout, so he definitely has high hopes for Andre Ward. Wow. So let's see if he can do that. Now, do I think Andre Ward can pull off a fifth-round knockout? I'm hoping, but I don't know. The one thing about Ward is the gentleman who first spoke had said that, he was inactive and all that, and people cite his age is 32, but let's not forget, Sullivan Barrera is 34. So is he a little bit past his prime, getting a big shot on the stage? Well, we're about to see on Saturday night. Right now, I'm going to just hold my opinion. I'm not too sure, but I definitely think Ward's going to pull up the decision, but all the other details are still shaky on my part. I'm still not sure.
Yep, and Miss Boxing Baby, how's it play out? Knockout, decision, what? Oh, I think she hung up with Eric Hunter. Okay. All right, well, we got everybody boxing ego, man. What you predicting, man?
What was that?
What are you predicting? Ward versus Barrera. You predicting a knockout, decision, what?
I think it's a tough fight. He's at a new weight, so I think he's gonna fill him out and try to stay away from any kind of big money shots or whatever. But I pick Ward decision. He's looking in shape and stuff, so I wouldn't be surprised if he can get a TKO in the new weight division. He got a gold medal at light heavy, but I think the safe bet is Ward decision.
Mm-hmm. Wrong question though. Do I think it's gonna be a boxing match, or do I think Andre Ward is gonna put pressure on him and make it a dog fight? Which I think. I think Andre Ward gonna make, like, after a couple rounds. I think he might have to. I think he's gonna fight like an aggressive fight and kind of make it an ugly fight on the inside. I think that he will dominate the fight better that way, as long as he watches out from the uppercuts and stuff like that from Barrera.
I think it's similar to Ward versus Edwin Rodriguez. The first is like real rough, first couple rounds real rough and tumble, and then like I said, like he's gonna chop him up on the inside, pot shot him, and then get in real close to smother his punches. It's kind of like the Edwin Rodriguez bout, where he starts pulling away more and more.
And what was dude's name? Green? Was it Green? I forget dude's full name.
Alan Green.
Alan Green. I think
Alan Green.
It'll be similar to that fight as well. I think Andre Ward, he definitely, smothers fighters more when it's a slick fighter. When it's a thinker, it's a boxer. I think he smothers them even more than he does, some type of brawler or whatnot. So I definitely see him fighting on the inside. That'll be interesting because Barrera, he said that he's going to try to walk down Andre Ward. He said he's going to try to break him down. So, man, it's gonna be nice, man. And I'm not gonna really make a prediction because I got to be on the wall with this one. I got to be neutral because shouts out to Barrera. That's one of my boys and Ward. But it should be a very, very good fight. I can't wait to watch it. We're going to be watching it live. Once again, come out and say what's up to Dontae's Boxing Nation, Boxing Ego, and pick up your shirts, man. Pick up them shirts because I'm bringing them out there to Oakland, man. That's what it is. And once again, show love to the whole squad, man. That's Boxing Ego. That's Eric Morales. That's Miss Boxing Baby, a.k.a. Rap King, Dontae's Boxing Nation. And once again, I just want to say thanks to my man Cameron Dinson for joining the show. We'll have you back on the show down the line, all right, Cameron?
Hey, anytime, man. I appreciate it, man. Great being on the panel, too.
All right, no doubt about it, man. Once again, thanks, man. So we will see you guys next week. We should have a great review show after this weekend, and that's what it is, y'all. We'll see you guys next week. On to the next one. It's the Nation, baby.
I don't believe in me till it's over. I don't never get the credit before, that's cool. Just how I like it.
Hey, yo, check this out. This is Flavor Flav, and you are watching Dontae's Boxing Nation, baby.